fly in this video is a hopper pattern that realistically imitates what the fish actually see. You can tie it with or without a wing. The picture here is a grasshopper found around my waters in the desert.
First thing we need to do is cut some body parts. Now this is 16th inch foam. Now you want the length of this piece of foam, which is a 1/4 inch wide, to be a 1/2 inch longer than you actually need. So my hopper is 1 1/4 inches times 2 is 2 1/2, and then a 1/2 inch, I made this 3 inches long. And then you want a couple femurs cut. And then in the middle of our foam is going to be where the eye of the hook will go. So poke a hole there, and then back the length of the shank of the hook, you want another hole, and that's where the hook is going to be thread through. I've got a number 8 3 extra long dry fly hook. Now I've tied a piece of foam on top of the hook. This is so that when we glue on our body, the body won't spin around. Also, it gives us a little thickness to our thorax. Well, I've wound my thread to the eye of the hook, and we're going to put in our antennas. Well, I'm using an amber gold flaked silly legs. These match the body of my tan hopper. I'm going to use this for the antenna and the legs. Take a small piece of the silly legs. We're going to bring that under our hook and under the thread. Put it on the side of the hook. Let's make a loose wrap. Get everything the way we want it. And then tie that in so it kind of flares out right behind our eye of the hook. Let's flip our hook upside down. Take our second piece of silly legs. We'll bring that underneath our hook and our thread. Set it there on top while we get a second wrap. Position it on the side where we want it. And then we'll tie that in so it flares out. And then let's cut these off. Antennas are pretty long. They're about 3/4 the length of the hook shank. So we'll grab these guys and cut them off. So we look just like that. We'll take our whip finishing tool. Then take some regular super glue that's pretty thin, and we're going to saturate our foam to the threads on our hook, and that'll ensure nothing spins around. We'll get our eyes there, or we'll get our antenna there as well. With our jaws just finger tight around our foam there, we're going to take our body foam and we're going to bring that through the point of the hook on that second hole. Take one of our floss threaders and we'll bring that through the hole where the eye of the hook is going to go. And pull those through. And then we'll put it on the eye of the hook. So everything will look like this right now. Take your gelled super glue. We're going to put that between the foam here. Boy, I got a lot. We're just going to hold that there until that sets. Now I've drawn a line. Now our thorax ends right about the bend of the hook. And that's where we want our leg to come out of. Take a small amount of your gelled super glue, and we're just going to put a touch of that at the tip of our leg that's going to go in the thorax. And we're going to place that right there. Now these legs are fairly close to the body. It'll look like this. And then we'll do the other leg. And both of those come out like this. Take our gel super glue, we'll put some on our legs. all the way to the bend of the hook. Fold the front part over. Make sure that that is at the front of the hook. And we're just going to pinch that together right now, making sure the tail's aligned, but we want to make sure the thorax gets secured. And then I finished with the tail using the same process. I folded it over and glued it together. With some cutting, I've given the profile of the hopper here, a tapered abdomen and a little rounded head, and some little notches to designate the head different from the body. First, we're going to do some minor segmentation. Stick your thread. You can use a more contrasting thread if you want. And we'll just start putting segmentation on our abdomen. Indent it a little bit. Cross over. Easy. I find it easy, rather than doing a whip finish, to just do a half hitch with my finger, slide it up over where I want it. I'm going to do one more. Just take a dab of head cement. And we'll repeat with the next one. Go a little bit up the abdomen here. With our segmentation done, then you can take a Sharpie, whatever color is for your natural, and mark it up. This is really more for the fly fishermen rather than the fish. They aren't going to see this. So now we're going to work on our legs. Take a long strand of your silly legs, and we're going to put 2 overhand knots in there. And the reason we're doing this at once, it's just easier to tie these knots in a bigger piece. So then we're going to tighten that one and tighten that one. So then we're going to cut this one off there for this leg. Whoops. And the same for the other leg. Take a pin, now don't use your bobbin, the hole is too big. And in this thicker part here of our leg, we're going to put a hole straight through there. We're then going to take our floss threader and bring it through that hole. Then take one of your silly legs through the floss there, and we're just going to pull that guy through. Then pull him closer to the hole there. Now we're going to take a dab of our gel super glue. Then we're going to put a dab on the leg and on the silly string, so that when we pull it in, that hole goes through there. All right, then on the back side, I'm going to put a little more glue. Then we're going to pull our leg so that it comes straight off the back side. I'm just going to use my hands here and get that secure. Okay, it's going to look just like that there. There's a, so the top you're going to see a little knot. And then we're just going to repeat that for the other leg. All right, with our 2 legs done, I'm just going to take both of these, and I want these just a little bit longer than my abdomen sticking out. Legs for our front and middle leg. Take your thread, and right between the eye and the thigh of our back leg, we're just going to start our thread again, a couple wraps, twist around each other, go again, then take a piece of your leg material, this one's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long, bring it up underneath, we'll set that guy on top here, make another wrap, let's turn him to the side, take a look at it here. And then crank that down, couple wraps, and you'll see those legs will flare out nicely. We'll turn our fly upside down, and then we'll do the other side. Okay. Okay. So I'm out here on the back patio because the flux cement is some really nasty stuff you don't want to be breathing. And we're going to work on our wing. So I want you to take 4 strands, and I've got 2 here and I folded them in half. Then hold those together and just take a toothbrush and kind of blend the fibers together. Then take your flux cement and what you want to do, I just go ahead and dip my finger in the flux cement, and I want to shape that wing. And you want it to be maybe a 1/2 inch wide at its widest point, looking right like that. Let's get a little more there. And then just lift that up. We'll go to a new section here. Just kind of wipe that, maybe get any of the excess out. I want to get the other glove here, so it'll look like that. And we're just going to let that dry. So after our wing is dried, you just want to take and even out the ends here. Then when we mount that on our fly, we'll just mount it to length here, which will be probably right around in there. And this will stay rigid, and it won't collapse or when it gets wet. This Fleximent on these fibers is a pretty good product. If you want a wing, take your wing material, and now we're going to mount that right there. So you want your wing to hang maybe a little bit past the abdomen, and again we wanted it to flare to the side. So we get our hopper silhouette, but we also get the white wing visible from underneath. Sit our prepared wing on top, and we're just going to make a couple wraps between our legs. Make sure we're not messing up our legs. Now take a little bit of your gelled super glue, and we're going to put that on the thread itself. And then just come around a couple times. That would be enough to be secure. Then we'll take our wet finish tool